How to attract a high-value woman by becoming a high-value man. Have you ever wondered what truly sustains a lasting relationship? Is it passion, compatibility, or something deeper and more fundamental? Today, we'll explore how ancient Stoic principles can be the key, not just to facing adversities, but to building solid relationships based on respect, maturity, and a genuine commitment to mutual growth. Imagine a relationship where challenges are faced with serenity, where every decision is made with clarity and confidence, and where mutual respect is the foundation of everything. This is not just a distant ideal, it's a real possibility that we will uncover together. Join me in this deep dive into Stoic teachings applied to modern life, where you'll discover how ancient wisdom can inform and transform your most significant relationships. If you're ready to see how Stoic philosophy can revolutionize your love life, this video is for you. 1. Maturity and emotional control. Have you ever considered the true meaning of maturity? We often associate maturity with age, with the passage of years. But does that really define a person's maturity? True maturity, especially in a Stoic context, transcends mere chronology. It reveals itself in the ability to face adversities with serenity and resilience. It's not so much about how many years you've lived, but about how you've lived each of those years. In our life journey, we all face storms, challenges that test our fortitude and our ability to maintain emotional control. Here, maturity is shown not by avoiding these storms, but by how we navigate through them. How calm can we remain when everything around us seems to be falling apart? How serene can we be amidst chaos? Stoic philosophy offers us a valuable perspective on this. Stoics like Seneca and Epictetus teach us that true strength doesn't come from outside, but from within. It's a strength not measured by our ability to impose our will on others, but by our ability to maintain tranquility and rationality in any situation. Think about it. How many times have you been carried away by anger or frustration in the face of a setback? Now imagine approaching these same situations with a sense of peace and inner balance. This not only changes your experience of the challenges, but also transforms how you impact those around you. So, how can we cultivate this emotional maturity? First, we start with self-knowledge. Deeply understanding our emotions and triggers is the first step to control. Then, practices like meditation and daily reflection can help us develop a more calibrated response to life's vicissitudes. Moreover, emotional control and maturity involve accepting that not everything is under our control. Only our responses to events are ours to command. This is a powerful shift in perspective that the Stoics offer us, to focus on our sphere of influence and let the rest flow as it will. By cultivating this emotional maturity, we not only face adversities more effectively, but also serve as a beacon for others in times of turmoil. It's not just about surviving the storms, but about leading by example, showing that even in the eye of the hurricane, we can maintain calm and clarity. This transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's an ongoing exercise, a lifelong commitment to personal growth and to seeking a balance that resonates not just within us, but also echoes through those around us. Therefore, I encourage you to reflect. How can your maturity become a source of strength, not just for you, but for your community? How can you turn each challenge into an opportunity to demonstrate serenity and resilience? By asking these questions, we begin to walk the path of true maturity, one measured not by years, but by the depth of our understanding and the strength of our character. 2. Self-sufficiency and independence. Self-sufficiency is not just an admirable trait. In Stoicism, it is considered a pillar for living a virtuous life. But how does this self-sufficiency influence our interpersonal relationships? When we approach relationships not as a necessity, but as a deliberate choice, the dynamic fundamentally changes. Being complete in oneself, a person who doesn't seek others to solve their deficiencies but approaches relationships already whole, brings invaluable contribution to any interaction. In the context of a romantic relationship, this completeness means that we enter the relationship not out of a sense of lack or need for fulfillment, but from a desire to share our life with another person who also sees themselves as complete. Imagine a relationship where both parties see themselves as complete, self-sufficient individuals. Here, excessive dependence gives way to mutual support, where each contributes to the relationship from a place of strength and stability, not from a place of lack. This promotes a healthy and balanced dynamic, where support is a two-way street, free from unnecessary weights of expectations and dependencies. This approach to relationships doesn't eliminate interdependence, a natural and healthy component of any partnership, but shapes it so that each person's independence enriches the union rather than compromises it. In a Stoic relationship, interdependence is chosen, not imposed. It's an exchange, not a transaction. What does this really mean in practice? It means that each person is responsible for their own happiness and well-being. Instead of looking for someone to complete them, each person looks for someone with whom to share their life. This perspective changes not only the quality of the relationship, but also the quality of the connection. When both partners are self-sufficient, the relationship is marked by a deeper respect for individual boundaries and a more genuine commitment to mutual growth. Each person understands and respects the other's journey, knowing that each has their own goals and passions. This understanding fosters an environment where both can flourish, individually and together. Therefore, self-sufficiency not only enriches the individual, but also radically transforms the nature of relationships. By being complete in oneself, you offer something truly valuable to any relationship. The peace of one who does not demand, but who freely gives and receives love, support, and inspiration. How about reflecting on how your own self-sufficiency is shaping your relationships? How can you strengthen this aspect of your life to not only improve your individual experience, but also enrich the connections you value? This is an invitation to explore a path of independence that paradoxically leads to a deeper and more meaningful form of union. 3. Integrity and congruence. In Stoic philosophy, integrity and congruence between thoughts and actions are highly valued. These qualities are not just abstract ethical principles, but practical guidelines that directly influence the quality and authenticity of our relationships. When we talk about integrity, we refer to honesty and consistency in upholding our words and values. An integral person acts according to their beliefs, regardless of the circumstances. This consistency is a pillar for building trust. Imagine a relationship where you can always count on the other person to act according to what they say. This not only strengthens the bond between the parties, but also creates a safe environment where each person can feel truly valued and understood. On the other hand, congruence refers to the alignment between our internal thoughts and our external actions. When there is congruence, people around us perceive our authenticity. There is no mask or facade. There is only truth. In a world where we are often encouraged to present an edited version of ourselves, being congruent is revolutionary. This authenticity not only makes us more trustworthy, but also more attractive in a profound sense. Relationships based on true congruence and integrity can overcome challenges more easily because there is no wear and tear in trying to decipher hidden intentions or inconsistencies. Moreover, when we cultivate these qualities, we offer a space for others to do the same. This creates a virtuous cycle of transparency and sincerity, enhancing mutual trust. Therefore, integrity and congruence are not just desirable for personal morality, but are essential for creating and maintaining deep and meaningful relationships. In short, Living with integrity and congruence not only aligns us with Stoic teachings, but also empowers us to build richer and more genuine relationships. It is an invitation to be genuine, not only to feel good about ourselves, but to enrich everyone we interact with. 4. Inner strength and resilience. True strength, especially in a Stoic context, doesn't lie in physical capacity, but in the robustness of spirit, the inner fortitude that allows us to face challenges without falling apart. This inner strength is more than just endurance. It's a resilience that springs from a deep understanding of oneself and the world around us. When we talk about inner strength, we refer to the ability to remain calm in times of storm, to look beyond immediate difficulties and see opportunities for growth and learning. It is this strength that allows us not only to survive, but to thrive in the face of adversities. This internal resilience has a profound impact not only on ourselves, but also on our relationships. In a partnership, for example, being a constant source of support is crucial. If you are able to maintain your inner strength, you become a pillar for your partner, especially when they need it most. This ability to be a rock, to offer support without being shaken, often sustains the relationship through difficult times. Inner strength is also linked to the idea of self-control and self-awareness. Understanding your emotions and how they affect your behavior is essential to maintaining this strength. When you have clarity about what you feel and why, it is easier to maintain emotional balance even in challenging situations. Additionally, cultivating inner strength involves developing an optimistic and resilient perspective. This does not mean ignoring difficulties or denying pain. On the contrary, it means recognizing challenges while staying focused on finding solutions and learning from experiences. Stoics believe that it is not the events themselves that disturb us, but rather the interpretations we make of these events. Therefore, strengthening your resilience not only fortifies you as an individual, but also strengthens the foundations of your relationships. It makes you more capable of handling the ups and downs of life together and provides a solid base of support and trust for those around you. As you reflect on your own journey towards resilience and inner strength, consider how you can become a source of stability and support. How will this not only improve your life, but also enrich your closest relationships? It is a pursuit that transcends personal benefit and extends to the well-being of your entire community. 5. Decision and leadership. In our journey through life, we encounter crossroads that require decisive choices. Have you noticed how the ability to make clear and firm decisions not only propels your own life forward, but also influences those around you? This is leadership at its core, guiding not just yourself, but also your relationships with conviction and clear vision. When we talk about leadership, we often think of great historical figures or high-level executives. However, true leadership begins within each of us. A well-founded decision made with confidence is like a stone thrown into a calm lake. The ripples it creates extend far beyond the initial point. Imagine this in a relational context. By choosing with clarity, you set a standard of trust and respect. Your partners, friends, and colleagues feel this energy, this direction, and it can inspire them to follow your example. Consider a moment when you had to make a difficult decision. Maybe it was something personal, like changing careers, or something simpler, like choosing a place to dine with friends. In both situations, your ability to decide clearly and assertively demonstrated your leadership and impacted the course of events. But how can we improve this vital skill? It starts with self-knowledge. Knowing yourself and your values is the first step to making decisions aligned with your principles. This not only solidifies your self-confidence, but also strengthens the trust others place in you. Moreover, the constant practice of reflection and consultation, pondering options and seeking advice when necessary, helps to hone this skill. So I ask you, what decisions are you postponing? What choices could serve as your next step in leadership? Remember, each decision is an opportunity to shape not only your future, but also the future of those around you. And by practicing the art of decision-making, you become a beacon of leadership, guiding yourself and others toward a clearer and more defined future. Ultimately, deciding is leading, and leading is living intentionally, with courage and resilience. Let your next decision reflect the leader you aspire to be, and may your clarity inspire confidence and admiration in all who share your journey. 6. Acceptance and flexibility. In our relational fabric, acceptance and flexibility emerge as golden threads that strengthen and enrich our connections. Have you reflected on how the ability to accept what we cannot change and adapt flexibly to circumstances can positively transform your relationships? Stoic philosophy teaches us that there is great power in focusing our energy only on what is within our control. In the context of relationships, this means accepting the imperfections of our partners and the inevitable changes that occur over time. Imagine for a moment the difference this could make in your life. Instead of resisting or becoming frustrated with the flaws and idiosyncrasies of those we love, we choose to accept them as part of the rich tapestry that each person is. Consider flexibility not as a weakness, but as a form of strength. Adapting does not mean abandoning our principles or commitments, but rather being able to adjust our expectations and actions as situations evolve. This is particularly crucial in times of crisis or change. A relationship, like a river, is never exactly the same from one moment to the next. It flows and changes, and our ability to flow with it, maintaining harmony and balance, is a true demonstration of emotional leadership and maturity. Now, think about the recent changes you have faced in your relationships. Perhaps they were challenges or simple adjustments in plans or expectations. How did your flexibility influence the outcome? And how did acceptance help you maintain peace and continuity in the relationship? Incorporating acceptance and flexibility into relationships is like practicing the art of gardening. Just as a gardener prunes plants to help them grow healthy and strong, we too can prune our expectations and learn to love people as they truly are, not as we wish they were. This not only reduces conflict and increases relational satisfaction, but also promotes an environment where mutual love and respect can flourish. So, I invite you to reflect. Where can you be more flexible in your relationships? How can acceptance not only relieve tensions, but also enrich the love you share? Remember, by embracing acceptance and flexibility, you are choosing a path of less resistance and more peace, both for yourself and for those around you. 7. Empathy and deep connections. Empathy, this ability to put yourself in another's shoes and share their emotions, is a bridge to truly deep and enriching connections. In Stoic practice, understanding and tuning into the feelings of others is not just an act of compassion, but a fundamental strategy for cultivating healthy and lasting relationships. Consider for a moment the importance of this ability in the fabric of our daily interactions. Empathy allows us to see beyond our own perspectives and experiences, reaching a deeper understanding of others' motivations and challenges. This, in turn, can diffuse conflicts, strengthen emotional bonds, and promote an environment of mutual support. But how, then, can we develop and enhance our empathetic capacity? Stoic practice offers a clue. It starts with internal reflection and self-knowledge. By understanding our own emotions and reactions, we are better equipped to recognize and respond to the emotions of others. This also involves an exercise in humility and letting go of the ego, recognizing that everyone has their own story, pains and joys, as valid as our own. Moreover, empathy invites us to an active practice of listening. Listening not just with our ears, but with our hearts. Not to respond, but to understand. And this, my friends, is a form of love in action. When you truly listen to someone, you are giving an invaluable gift, your full and unconditional attention. Empathy also means being present in difficult moments. Being there not to fix everything, but to share the emotional burden. Think about the times when you faced adversities. Wasn't it comforting to simply know that someone understood and shared your pain? So I ask you, how can we be more empathetic today? How can we use this powerful tool to not only improve our own lives, but also enrich the lives of those around us? The answer, perhaps, lies in making empathy not an occasional act, but a continuous habit. Empathy is, ultimately, a choice to connect, understand, and above all, to care. By cultivating it, we are not only honoring Stoic wisdom, but also building a world where every relationship is a source of strength, comfort, and inspiration. 8. Humor and lightness. Let's reflect on how humor can serve as a powerful Stoic tool to face challenges, illuminating our lives with lightness and joy, even in the most difficult moments. Imagine for a moment what it would be like if we could face each adversity with a smile, turning every obstacle into an opportunity for laughter. Have you noticed how shared laughter unites people? This is not mere coincidence. The Stoics, with their ancient wisdom, understood that laughter is not just an escape, but a way to face reality with a renewed perspective. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most renowned philosopher-emperors, believed that good humor was an essential ingredient for maintaining inner tranquility in the face of life's whims. Now imagine you are facing a stressful situation. Instead of reacting with frustration, you choose to find the humor in the situation. It's not an attempt to downplay the severity of the problem, but a way to create emotional distance that allows you to assess the situation more objectively. Humor gives us a necessary pause to breathe, reevaluate, and respond with wisdom and calmness. But how can we incorporate this practice into our daily lives and interactions? Start by cultivating lightness in small moments. Whether it's a shared joke during a family dinner or a humorous observation in a work meeting, every shared laugh strengthens our bonds and softens our struggles. This approach not only alleviates our own stress, but also that of those around us, creating an environment where everyone feels more comfortable and open. After all, how could we face life more effectively if not through a community where empathy and mutual support prevail? Have you ever tried using humor as a bridge to overcome difficult moments? Imagine the possibilities if each of us decided not to take life so seriously, allowing ourselves to laugh more freely. Wouldn't we discover a new form of wisdom, as old as the philosophy that teaches us to seek serenity in chaos? So how about making humor a daily practice, a tool of resilience and joy? Through laughter, we can not only face our own battles, but also help others navigate their storms. This is not just wisdom, it is a way to truly live life. Let's laugh more, live more, and perhaps find a lightness that makes everything more bearable. 9. Respect and mutual support. Let's think for a moment about the foundation of any lasting relationship. It is not just in love or mutual attraction, but deeply anchored in respect and mutual support. These elements are fundamental for building a relationship where each person feels truly valued and understood. This vision is clearly reflected in Stoic philosophy, which values respect for human dignity above all. Respect within any relationship means recognizing and accepting the other's differences, as well as their opinions, desires, and needs. It is the cornerstone upon which trust and security are built, allowing each partner to feel free to be who they really are. Now imagine a relationship where you constantly feel judged or undervalued. It's hard to see it flourishing, isn't it? On the other hand, mutual support involves being present in good times and bad, offering a helping hand or a word of encouragement when needed. This practice not only strengthens the emotional bond, but also creates an environment of personal growth and development. Stoics like Seneca and Epictetus emphasize the importance of supporting each other in the pursuit of a virtuous life, highlighting that true support goes beyond the material and touches the spiritual and emotional. But how can we effectively practice respect and mutual support in our daily relationships? Start by actively listening, seeking to truly understand your partner's point of view without premature judgments. In moments of conflict, remember that the goal is not to win an argument, but to find a solution that respects both parties' needs. Additionally, celebrate your partner's achievements as if they were your own, showing that you value their efforts and rejoice in their successes. This practice not only reaffirms your support, but also encourages a positive cycle of love and gratitude in the relationship. Therefore, if we want to build truly enriching and lasting relationships, we must strive to cultivate respect and mutual support in every interaction. This approach not only reflects Stoic teachings about human dignity, but also leads us to a more harmonious and satisfying shared life. Ask yourself, how can I demonstrate more respect and support in my life today? The answer to this question could be the first step toward profoundly transforming your relationships. 10. Valuation and appreciation. Valuation and appreciation in interpersonal relationships are more than simple gestures of courtesy. They are fundamental acts of gratitude that reinforce and enrich our bonds, reflecting a deeply Stoic concept. Stoic philosophy teaches us to recognize and appreciate the contributions of each individual, valuing every effort as essential to the common good. When we express gratitude for what our partner does, whether it's a daily task or an extraordinary gesture, we're not only recognizing their effort, but also affirming their value within the relationship. This creates an environment of support and encouragement, where both feel valued and motivated to continue contributing positively. For example, consider a simple scenario. Your partner prepares breakfast. Although it's a routine task, the act of expressing appreciation, a simple thank you or a comment about how good the coffee was, can brighten their entire day. This valuation transforms a routine act into an expression of care and mutual respect. The Stoics, like Epictetus, teach us to focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot. Within a relationship, this means working to be a partner who recognizes and values, who chooses to see and celebrate the other's contributions. This not only strengthens the bonds, but also cultivates a dynamic of respect and gratitude that transcends everyday difficulties. Moreover, by valuing our partner's actions, we are practicing the Stoic virtue of spiritual generosity. We are recognizing that every small gesture contributes to a richer and deeper relationship. This constant practice of appreciation builds a solid foundation for the relationship, where mutual respect and gratitude are the norm, not the exception. So, how about making an effort to express our gratitude more frequently? Every thank you uttered, every gesture of recognition not only benefits our partner, but transforms us, cultivating in us a more grateful and attentive spirit. By doing so, we are not only living a life aligned with Stoic principles, but also creating truly meaningful and lasting relationships. 11. Desire and passion. When we talk about relationships, the concepts of desire and passion often emerge as crucial elements. These forces not only enrich the emotional connection between partners, but are also indispensable for maintaining vitality and mutual commitment over time. In the context of Stoic philosophy, although traditionally associated with control and moderation, there is a recognized value in living a full and purposeful life, which can also be fueled by healthy passion and well-directed desire. In this scope, desire transcends mere physical or emotional attraction. It manifests as a deep yearning to share life, to grow together, to explore the world side by side. This form of desire fuels passion, keeping the flame alive even when daily life presents challenges. Passion, in turn, is not just the initial infatuation typical of the early stages of romance. It is also the force that inspires partners to invest in each other, to renew their vows of commitment, love, and support day after day. Moreover, desire and passion are essential for the relationship not just to survive, but to thrive. They encourage partners to remain curious about each other, to admire one another, and to continue striving to be the best versions of themselves. This dynamic not only strengthens the bond, but also ensures that both feel alive and engaged, elements that are of utmost importance for a life considered full from the Stoic perspective. Therefore, integrating desire and passion in a healthy and balanced way is fundamental not only for emotional and personal satisfaction, but also as a reflection of the Stoic commitment to an intentional and meaningful existence. In this sense, cultivating such feelings within a relationship is a true testament to the continuous effort to live fully and purposefully. By allowing these powerful emotions to inspire and guide us, we strengthen our connections and enrich our shared journey. 12. Long-term vision and commitment. Maintaining a long-term vision in relationships reflects deeply the Stoic commitment to virtue and continuous personal development. This perspective does not focus merely on immediate pleasures and challenges, but on the shared journey and the growth that both partners can achieve over time. Thus, the long-term vision becomes a compass that guides the relationship through calm and stormy seas, always with an eye on the distant horizon. Adopting this approach in relationships means recognizing that temporary challenges are just that, temporary. It empowers partners to see beyond momentary difficulties, valuing the learning and growth that each obstacle offers. Instead of allowing setbacks to shake the relationship, a long-term vision encourages partners to use these experiences as opportunities to strengthen their bond and enhance their ability to handle future adversities. This mindset is essential for building a solid mutual commitment. When both partners are aligned in their long-term goals and values, they are more apt to make concessions and support each other in their individual journeys of self-development. This commitment to joint growth not only enriches each individual, but also weaves a network of support and understanding vital for the relationship's resilience. Moreover, a long-term perspective in the relationship teaches us to value each phase of the shared journey, from the early days of discovery to periods of deep interdependence and beyond. By celebrating each stage as an important part of the process of joint growth, partners can create a sense of progress and achievement that continually fuels passion and mutual respect. Therefore, by adopting a long-term vision, relationships not only survive challenges, but also thrive amidst them, reflecting the Stoic commitment to a life of purpose, virtue, and continuous development. This approach not only solidifies mutual commitment, but also strengthens the relationship's resilience, allowing both partners to build a truly enriching and lasting partnership. As we conclude this journey through Stoic teachings in relationships, remember, each principle is a powerful tool to enrich your connections. If you're ready to transform your life with Stoic wisdom, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Don't miss the upcoming videos. We'll continue this journey of self-discovery and growth together. See you next time.